seem like that's a bit of a political decision by Macron to highlight and celebrate this force at the very time that he's trying to pull French forces back from the region. What do you think?
Yes, it's true. As we're speaking, the president is just arriving and saluting the chief of staff. Obviously, he must be happy to be back on the Champs Elysees because last year's celebration was scrapped because of COVID. But going back to your question, yes, we've heard Takuba over and over again in recent years because this was seen as the way for Emmanuel Macron to say we're not alone in the Sahel, because obviously the results of Opération Barkhane are not great. He knows it. He will not say it. So there was a willingness by the French authorities to say, okay, we need more cooperation from the Sahel countries. Obviously have their armies ramped up, better trained, better equipped. That's number one. But we also want to make sure that there's a European component to this. And this European component is this special forces task force called Takuba. But it's been very difficult for the French to get other European countries to contribute, because we're only talking about a few hundred troops. And I can tell you, I had a discussion with a senior French minister just recently, and he was telling me how difficult it was. Because, for instance, if you look at what's happened in Mali, you've had a coup, another coup, and he was wondering, how can we go to European partners, tell them to participate, and work with the Malian military that's taking more time to think about staging coup than fighting terrorists? And so at the time, the Danish parliament was discussing the possibility to contribute to the Takuba task force. And the minister was telling me it's very difficult to go to the Danes and tell them, yes, you should go there in a country where you have a coup, another coup, and it's very difficult. So it's been really very gradually put together, this Takuba task force, and it's not really operational. If you take out the French troops, it's going nowhere. So yes, we'll see that very symbolic troops, 81, I believe, Takuba task force members on the Champs-Élysées today, but it's only the beginning of what needs to be a much better operation, because right now, without the French troops, it's nothing.
Yeah, and we've just been seeing there Emmanuel Macron with the Chief of Staff of the Army starting off that patrol down the Champs-Élysées Avenue. You can see those live pictures there. Mark, it is worth saying,